I often need statistical graphs with separate shaded sections to show critical regions, empirical rule, and other concepts. Excel can make graphs, charts in Excel parlance, that can be marked differently across desired ranges, and that will change with the input data or recalculation. In this example, I will make a chart showing the standard normal distribution empirical rule, with shaded portions to show 2.5% in each tail, less than 2 and more than 2, 13.5% from -2 to -1, and 1 to 2, and 68% from -1 to 1 in the middle. The same methods apply to other graphs. In this spreadsheet, the first column, labeled X, is -4 to +4 in steps of 1/10. Finer graduations will produce more precise graphs, but this is sufficient to show the procedure. The second column, labeled PDF, is probability from norm.s.dist for X values in the first column. The probabilities are not cumulative, so the entries are the probability density function for the standard normal distribution. The third column, labeled middle, and the fourth column, labeled tails, are copies of the probabilities from the second column. These can be calculated separately, but this is the easy way to get the needed values. In the column labeled middle, delete all entries corresponding to X column entries -4 to -1.1 and 1.1 to 4. This will leave the middle 68% of the distribution. In the column labeled tails, delete all entries corresponding to X column entries -1.9 to 1.9. These will be the left and the right tails. Insert a scatter chart with smooth lines from the Charts menu. Right-click in the chart and select Data. 3 series can be marked at once, or the 3 series can be chosen individually. I'll mark the 3 series individually. After Select Data, add a series and assign the series name All. Mark the X column entries from -4 to 4 as the X-axis and the corresponding PDF column entries for the Y-axis. Click OK twice to produce the standard normal distribution graph. This is the time to make any changes to X-axis format and labeling. Changes become more difficult once the entire graph is complete. I have changed the axis limits, major units, X-axis line color and weight, X-axis values, font and weight, and moved the Y-axis crossing point to -4 to get it out of the way. None of these steps are necessary except for appearance. Again, right-click in the chart. Select Data and add a series. Label the series middle and mark X column entries from -4 to 4 and the corresponding middle column entries for the y-axis. Both the X and Y entries must be marked from -4 to 4, even though the Y entries contain nothing until further into the data. If the X and Y beginnings do not match for each series, the graph pieces will not line up. Repeat the Add Series steps for the Tails column. Click OK twice to return to the graph. The graph will show 3 different colors corresponding to the all, middle, and tails series. Add or delete a legend or chart title depending on preference. Right-click on any portion of the line and choose Change Series Chart Type. Choose Combo at the bottom of the chart type list. In the graphic menu, choose Area for each portion of the chart. Be sure that the secondary axis is not checked for any series. Choose OK to exit the menu. At this point, the X-axis labeling may be completely screwed up. I don't know how to fix this problem except to erase it, so it's not distracting. Grid lines may also be a problem. The easiest fix is to delete them. Colors and pattern for each section of the graph may be changed by right-clicking in the desired portion and selecting Format Data Series. In the menu, you can change the fill and the border. The fill changes the color or pattern of that portion of the graph. The border is the line up both sides and across the top of that portion. Any changes from that point on can be made to emphasize any portion of the graph.